Hi everyone, welcome back to Modernly Old Fashioned, a blog where I share our homesteading lifestyle. Today I'm making something that is quite interesting. I get lots of side looks when I talk about making this, but I am canning some pineapple zucchini. And yes, it tastes just like pineapple and it is zucchini. It's a great way to use up the giant zucchini that you might have missed. As you see here, I am peeling a great big old sucker that doesn't necessarily work. It's fine for bread, but you could make quite a few loaves of bread. And let's be honest, how many loaves of zucchini bread can one person eat? It gets kind of old after a little while, even though, I'll admit, I got some pretty good zucchini bread recipes. Of course, I'll go ahead and link all my zucchini recipes in the description below because I know if you have zucchini, you need more ideas on what to do with all of it. It can get quite out of hand, especially if you have more than one plant. If you have one plant, you're probably pretty good, but if you have more, you probably have zucchini coming out your ears and you don't know what to do with all of it. And this is a great recipe to use up a bunch of that zucchini. Like I said, it will fool anyone. I have fooled so many people. The texture is just crazy similar. The taste tastes just like pineapple. My daycare kids love it, love it. And I have not tested to see if they wouldn't eat it if they knew it was zucchini, because I don't want to rock that boat. If they're gonna eat it, I'll just keep letting them think it's pineapple. My kids know that it is zucchini and they don't care. They're great eaters. I'm very, very lucky that I did not end up with picky eaters. As you can see, I went ahead and peeled all my zucchini and took the seeds out. Now that is very important. That will be a dead giveaway that something is not right if there are seeds in your quote-unquote pineapple. So make sure you remove all the seeds and then cut it up to your choice. I always dice it. Remember, you're trying to make it like pineapple, so in pineapple sized chunks. And you can go ahead and shred it if you want and kind of make like the grated pineapple look. I've never tried it. I don't really use grated pineapple that much, but it's totally possible if you want to do it that way instead. And then I just keep going. This does take a little bit of time to go through all the zucchini, but especially when I'm doing a large batch, but it's pretty mindless work and not difficult at all, just more time consuming. So I'll listen to some music or watch a YouTube video or something like that while I'm doing it. And I will say this recipe is not in the home preserving book that you see here or any of my canning books. I was making other things that day as well. But those are my canning Bibles. I love those books. I will be doing a review on them and linking them in the description as well. Now I am just dumping the pineapple in a big pot and adding my other ingredients, pineapple juice and lemon juice. I started off this, I wanted to test and see how it would taste if I did not add sugar. But I found out it was way too tart, so I only added a little bit. And because it's late and I'm tired, I dropped the pineapple juice in there, but no harm done. Like I said, I tried not adding sugar to this to just kind of test and see how it would be. I tasted it a little bit later after it had been simmering for a while, and it was just way too tart with the addition of all that lemon juice. So I added just about a cup of sugar, and normally I believe the recipe calls for 2.5 cups, so I'm glad that worked out, that I can reduce that sugar amount and put less sugar in it. Like I said, it does need it, otherwise it's just way too tart. So I will be adjusting that recipe on the blog. see, this is a late night can with me. The kids are already in bed and I'm still up and at it. I get asked all the time, how in the world do I have time to can as much as I do and have 3 young kids and run a daycare and have a homestead? And I get it. It's a lot. And this is how I make it happen. I do it when the kids are sleeping or during nap times or just in little pockets throughout the day if I have time here and there. That's how I can make it work. I have to, so I find the time, I guess. I also try to utilize my time well. I know that my pineapple zucchini needs to be simmering for a little bit and the water in the water bath canner is heating up, so I'll take this time and do a few dishes and get my jars washed, and that way I'm not really like wasting any time or having downtime. I'm kind of always doing something and it makes it just go a little bit faster. As you can also see, our kitchen remodel is not quite done, just a few little details that need to be done in this video, but since I've recorded this, it is now done, and I'm so excited to show you what it looks like now that most of the little details are done. I mean, let's be honest, there's always going to be something that needs to be worked on, but for the most part, it's all done, so very, very excited. When I store jars, they are obviously clean, and so when I'm washing them here, it's mainly just kind of dusting them off and giving them a good scrub and sanitizing them. So I wash them and then I leave them in the hot water, and so that keeps them warm. And then once I'm ready to can, or once I'm ready to fill them up, I just rinse them out and use them. That way the jars, like I said, they stay warm. And here I'm also filling up a little saucepan with hot water for my lids. Alright, so my mock pineapple is done simmering, or it's been simmering long enough, I should say, and it looks like my pot of water has started to boil, so it's time to bring over my jars and get my funnel and start loading them up so I can get the first batch in. It's getting pretty late now. I'm getting pretty tired, but we gotta get them done. Now I usually just like eyeball the headspace, but if you are unsure of what your different headspace measurement should look like, a plastic ruler, or they have one of these They have like new funnels that have little lines in them, measurement lines in them, and those are really neat and I think a really good tool for new canners. I can link one in the description below so you can see what I'm talking about. And then it's very important, especially with recipes that have sugar in them like this, to wipe off the rims before you put lids on so that you achieve a proper seal. You don't have anything sticky underneath that seal. And it's boiling, so now I can start the timer and get my first batch going. The joys of editing. If only it went that fast in real life. So 10 minutes later, there's my first batch out of the canner, and I wish it went that fast, like I said. It ended up being a pretty late night because then I had a second batch to do. But I always feel better in the morning. I sleep better because I know I don't have that like looming over my head that I have to get that done. As you can see in the corner up there, there's a big bowl of cucumbers. I always want to say pickles. Cucumbers that need to become pickles. And that was my actual intention that night, was to make some pickles. But then I realized I had no dill, absolutely none. And so that wasn't happening. So just to have one thing checked off my list, having all the zucchini taken care of, it makes me feel a lot better, even though, again, I end up going to bed late. But that's just kind of what happens this time of year. I'm canning all the time. I did make a mistake and I forgot to add more water when I took the jars out. I knew I had more jars to do, but not a full load, and so then the water level doesn't go over the jars like it's supposed to. And it just kind of dawned on me that, oh crap, I didn't do that. So had to add some more water. It just takes a little bit longer then to bring it up to the boiling point so I can start my timer. It's not like the worst thing in the world and they'll turn out just fine, but just makes my night a little bit longer. I had a little bit left here. It wasn't enough for another jar, and I didn't want to do like a half pint or anything like that. So I put it in a jar and put a plastic lid on it. I love these lids. I use them all the time in my pantry, as well as I use them in my pantry for like dry goods and stuff in big jars. But then I also use them for things like this. If I had just a little bit left of a recipe, I could put it in a jar, put a lid on it, put it in the fridge, and use it up that week. I love it for even like jams, because we always end up with just a little bit left that the recipe is not always perfect. I will link those lids in the description below. I get them at Walmart, but I'll try to find one on Amazon or somewhere that's similar. And now I'm just cleaning up and waiting for the water to boil. Like they say, a watched pot never boils. In this pot, I swear it took forever to boil that night. Yay, I'm finally done. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you have any ideas of canning videos you would like me to record, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for stopping by the homestead.